Hey there, Lacey here with A Sweet Pea Chef. Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to bake sweet potatoes. Baked sweet potatoes are so easy to do. They're no fuss. They're a delicious side. They are nutritious, they're satisfying, and they fill you up. But I'm not only going to show you how to bake sweet potatoes, I'm also going to show you 4 different ways to stuff your baked sweet potatoes. So you're going to have 4 delicious meal prep recipes because they also work great for having throughout the week. And I know you guys like your meal prep, so we're going to have all sorts of delicious baked sweet potato recipes. So let's get started. So first things first, we have to pick out our sweet potatoes at the grocery store. Look for ones that are medium in size. Any super large ones are going to be more starchy and they're not going to be as creamy and sweet. So the medium size is the ideal size. And if you're going to be getting more than 1 sweet potato to make, if you're making these in bulk, try to look for ones that are roughly the same size. Because if they are the same size, roughly, they will bake evenly and we won't have extra ones that we have to over bake in order to get other ones to finish, and it'll just be nice and easy all around, and they'll all cook at the same time during the same amount of temperature. Also, try to find sweet potatoes that have a firm, smooth skin that's even toned, and the darker it is, the more antioxidant beta carotene it's going to have, so the healthier it's going to be for you and the more nutritious. So go ahead and start preheating your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and line a rimmed baking sheet with some parchment paper. While the oven is preheating, we can go ahead and wash our sweet potatoes. So under some running water, we're going to make sure we scrub our sweet potatoes. You can either use a brush or your fingers. Just try to remove any extra debris or dirt. It's already going to be kind of clean from the grocery store anyway, but you want to make sure you get all of that extra stuff off of it because we will be eating the skin later, so we want all of that dirt off. Once you've thoroughly washed them, go ahead and dry them with a clean kitchen towel or some paper towels until they're nice and dry. Then we can go ahead and set them on our prepared baking sheet. Now, either using a sharp knife or a fork, we're going to poke some holes across the skin of our sweet potatoes. You don't need to go all the way through the sweet potato. You just need to pierce through the skin into the flesh of your sweet potato. And that's going to remove any issue of it potentially bursting in the oven while it's cooking, because it does get really hot in there and it might burst if it has nowhere to release any of that extra steam. And I know you've probably seen people swear that you absolutely have to brush your sweet potatoes with some oil or you need to wrap them in tin foil. The truth is you don't have to do any of that. I said these are no fuss and I am going to stick by that. You can just place them in the oven. There's no need to put anything around them or wrap them in anything. They will bake perfectly just the way they are. Though I do definitely recommend having the sweet potatoes on something, which is why we have our baking sheet with our parchment paper. Because as they bake, our sweet potatoes are going to release a little bit of juices, and then that would get kind of sticky and be a little bit difficult to clean up if you didn't have something that's easy to clean up. So our cook time is going to be affected by the size and the shape of our sweet potatoes. A larger sweet potato is going to take longer to cook, while a smaller sweet potato is going to take less time to cook, which is why we want to have them evenly sized. That being said, sweet potatoes are very versatile and flexible in the oven, so if you have a higher temperature, say we upped it to like 450 degrees Fahrenheit, that would reduce some of the cooking time. Or if we had a lower temperature, say like 375 degrees temperature, we could actually just have them cook longer. So for these sweet potatoes, they're going to take about 60 minutes to bake, and we will know when they are fully cooked when they are easy to squeeze. Make sure you use an oven mitt or some sort of dish towel when you squeeze them because they will be hot. So they want to be nice and tender and easy to squeeze. Or you can also poke a sharp knife into the center, and if it goes in easily all the way through, that means they're cooked. Now we're going to take our sweet potato and we're going to very carefully slice a line across the top center of it. We're not going to go all the way through. We're basically just trying to make an opening that we're then going to take our hands and we're going to push the sweet potato together and kind of mush it, and that's going to open everything up. It's going to make it so you can see inside the sweet potato and you can see all the delicious, tasty flesh that's in there that is just all nice, soft, and tender and ready to be enjoyed. I also like to use a fork to scrape down kind of the sides of the sweet potato so that I can kind of make a nice bed for what we're going to be putting in there. That way when you're eating it, you have like sweet potato with your bite and it's not just filling and then you have to like pull off the sweet potato as you're eating it. I like to make things easy. So as is, this baked sweet potato is ready to eat. You can enjoy it with a little bit of grass-fed organic butter, or you could have a little bit drizzle of honey, or you could have a little bit of ground cinnamon. It is delicious just by itself. That's why sweet potatoes are so amazing. However, I think we should kick it up a notch, maybe 4 notches, and we're gonna have 4 different delicious ways to stuff this baked sweet potato. So you have all these different options for meals, and it's just gonna be so delicious and really easy to do to make a really awesome dinner or meal. So the first recipe I'm gonna show you is how to stuff your baked sweet potato with Chipotle black beans. So we're gonna have a Chipotle black bean stuffed baked sweet potato. It's gonna be so yummy. So in order to make our Chipotle seasoned black beans, which are gonna go really well with the sweet, delicious sweet potato, we need to start heating some olive oil over medium-high heat in a large skillet. And then once that's hot, we're gonna add in some minced garlic, and we're gonna stir that together until it starts to become fragrant. It should be about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna add in some drained black beans that are cooked. And if you're looking for how to make your own black beans, you can check out my Instant Pot black beans recipes. I show you how to make homemade black beans that are super awesome, and they're really, really easy to make. So you can use them in this recipe if you want it. After our black beans, we're gonna add in some freshly squeezed lime juice, ground black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, some chipotle chili powder, and some sea salt. And then we're gonna stir to combine. Then we're basically gonna cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes until the beans are heated through, and you're gonna wanna toss it frequently so that nothing burns on the bottom, especially that garlic. Then once it's nice and heated through, you just remove it from the heat and set aside. Now I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious cashew lime crema that I'm gonna use to drizzle over the top of these sweet potatoes, because why the heck not, am I right? So in a food processor, we're gonna add in some soaked cashews that are raw. And for these cashews, just soak them for about an hour. We're looking for them to become softened. And if you want to speed that up, you can put them in boiling hot water as well. Or you could soak them overnight. We just want them to be soft so that when we use them in the food processor, they become mush. After our cashews, we're gonna add in some fresh cilantro, milk of your choice, freshly squeezed lime juice, some avocado, sea salt, and some garlic powder. And then we are going to put the lid on our food processor, and we're gonna blend this until it's very smooth. There's still gonna be a little few pieces of the cilantro that are in there. That's totally fine. You just want it to be a really smooth, even consistency. If it looks like it can't drizzle and it's more thick than you want it, you can add a little bit more milk so that you can loosen it up. And then once it looks like it will drizzle over your delicious sweet potato, it is good to go. To assemble our delicious Chipotle black bean sweet potatoes, we're going to get our baked sweet potato. We're gonna put our Chipotle black beans inside, pile it up as high as you can. Then I'm gonna add some diced avocado, some fresh cilantro, and then of course, I'm gonna drizzle over that crema that we just made that is so delicious and adds that really good touch of flavor right at the top. Is it necessary to put on there? No, it'll still be delicious without it, but if you have the time, that crema is really, really yummy. And it goes with so many different types of foods, so you could just have it in your fridge and grab it and use it on whatever you fancy. So with these Chipotle black beans, baked sweet potatoes, you have the salty, the sweet, the spicy, the creamy. It's just so much goodness, so much flavor, so much texture, really, really good. I also like to use these in meal prep, so I can going to just transfer this on over into an airtight meal prep container. Love these glass ones, I use them all the time, and I have the link for them in the description below or on the screen right now if you're interested in getting your own. They're amazing. Then I just place the sweet potato into the fridge, and they'll last for a good 4 to 5 days, easy to eat. I do, however, wait if I am meal prepping these to add the avocado until it's time to eat, because otherwise the avocado will go brown. So if you don't like brown avocado, which I do not, I wait until that it's time to eat, and then I add my avocado, and then I enjoy these delicious Chipotle black bean stuffed baked sweet potatoes. All right, so now we're gonna change things up, and we're gonna get a little bit different flavors with a spinach and artichoke stuffed baked sweet potato, which is really creamy and delicious. And if you like spinach artichoke dip, you're gonna love this baked sweet potato. So to make our spinach and artichoke stuffing, we're going to heat some olive oil over medium-high heat in a large skillet. Then we're gonna add in some minced garlic and stir that together We want it to cook for about 30 seconds or so, and you'll know when it's ready to move on to the next step when you can smell that delicious aromatic fragrance that the garlic gives off. Then we're gonna add in some chopped artichoke hearts. And what I like to do with artichoke hearts is I buy them, they are canned or in a jar, usually at the store, and I get them not in the oils. What I do is I rinse them off completely in a strainer so that they are really free of any extra additives or anything like that. And then I chop them on up, put them on into the skillet, and I'm gonna stir this along with the garlic until everything is heated through. Now add in the baby spinach, and it's gonna feel like you're adding in way too much spinach, but it's gonna cook down a lot. In fact, I like to add a lid over the top of my skillet so it kind of helps speed up this process, because otherwise you're gonna be tossing and you're gonna have, you know, spinach falling everywhere on the stove. This way it kind of helps you speed up the process, and you're gonna keep tossing the spinach until it starts to wilt. And you'll notice it's gonna come from a lot of spinach down into a little bit. Now push the spinach and artichoke mixture off to one side of your skillet, and we're going to add in some plain full-fat Greek yogurt into our skillet, followed by a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese. We're gonna wanna cook this until it starts to become smooth, and that's gonna happen as the Parmesan melts. Once it's nice and smooth and liquidy, go ahead and start to incorporate all this back into the spinach and artichoke mixture until you have a delicious creamy mixture. Then you can remove this from the heat. For these spinach and artichoke stuffed sweet potatoes, I like to also add some diced chicken. So I've cooked some chicken, I've diced it on up, and I'm gonna toss it on in at this point, and then I'm gonna toss it all together. This is completely optional. It's delicious even without the protein that it comes from the chicken, but I like to add it because it makes it more of a meal, and I like the flavor and the texture as well. Now we're gonna transfer a big dollop of our spinach and artichoke with chicken mixture, and we're gonna put it into our baked sweet potato. I like to put as much as I can into each of these sweet potatoes so that I get a good bite of the spinach and artichoke mixture with every bite of the sweet potato. It's usually gonna be about a half to 2/3 of a cup of the mixture. Then I top it off with a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan cheese and some chopped Italian parsley, and you have yourself a delicious replacement to a spinach and artichoke dip that I think you might even love even more. It's so yummy and so creamy. I love it. All right, so I love all things Mediterranean, so I'm gonna make a Greek quinoa salad that I'm also gonna stuff into another sweet potato. And this salad by itself is delicious, so add it to a sweet potato and you got just some deliciousness going on. So in order to do that, I'm going to add into a large mixing bowl some cooked quinoa, crumbled feta cheese, sliced grape tomatoes, diced cucumber, some sliced Kalamata olives. When you buy your Kalamata olives, look for pitted olives because it's gonna save you a ton of time. Trust me on this one. And we're gonna add in some thinly sliced red onion. Now set that aside for a second while we prepare our really quick salad dressing for this quinoa salad. So in a small mixing bowl, we're gonna combine some olive oil, red wine vinegar, freshly squeezed lemon juice, sea salt, and some ground black pepper, and then whisk this together. Now we're gonna take that salad dressing and we're gonna put it over our Greek salad, and we're gonna toss everything to coat evenly. Like I said, this salad is just delicious on its own. I could eat it all day, every day. But I also love it, especially when it's placed into a baked sweet potato, because those are just two amazing worlds combining. But before we stuff our baked sweet potato, I wanna show you how to make a really quick tzatziki sauce, which is just so good, and it's great for anything you wanna ever have on anything. Maybe not, but it's really good on a lot of things. And you use your food processor to make it, and it's just a really good go-to tzatziki sauce. So in your food processor, we're gonna add in some plain full-fat Greek yogurt, followed by tahini, a whole garlic clove, a diced cucumber, some hemp seed hearts, your milk of choice, I use almond milk, fresh dill, freshly squeezed lemon juice, some sea salt, and some ground black pepper. And then we're gonna just process this until it's really smooth. You're gonna wanna have this be like a drizzled consistency. So if it's not quite drizzly enough and it's a little too thick, you can add a little bit more milk and then re-blend it until it's nice and smooth. Also, if you are dairy-free or vegan, you can easily make this recipe. You just need to do a couple substitutions. Obviously, you're not gonna wanna have the feta cheese, and you're also not gonna wanna have the plain Greek yogurt that's in the tzatziki sauce. So you can just leave that cheese out of the salad, and you can add in some raw soaked cashews instead of the yogurt into the sauce. So now we're gonna stuff our baked sweet potato with our Greek salad, and just try to pile up as much as you can in there. And then over that, we're gonna drizzle that delicious tzatziki sauce that we just made that is just gonna add so much creaminess and coolness to that texture and the flavor of the baked sweet potato. It's so delicious. I also like to top it off with a little bit more fresh chopped dill, and it just makes such a delicious meal. Bonus for this baked sweet potato is that it can be served cold, and so you don't have to reheat it. I actually like it cold instead of reheated. If you wanted to reheat it, just put it in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's heated through. Either way you have it, whether it's hot or cold, this Greek stuffed baked sweet potato is so dang good, and I know you're gonna love it too. All right, now we're gonna spice things up and kick up the heat, and we're gonna make some buffalo chicken stuffed baked sweet potatoes, because buffalo chicken flavor is like one of the best things ever. And these are really easy to make. So first we need to have our chicken cooked. So go ahead and season chicken breast with a little bit of sea salt and ground black pepper. We're gonna heat some olive oil over medium-high heat, and then we're going to add our seasoned chicken once that's nice and hot. Cook the chicken for about 4 to 6 minutes per side. And what we're looking for is for the outside of the chicken to be nice and golden brown and the inside to be cooked through. If you have a meat thermometer, it would be 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Then remove it from the heat, and then we're going to let it set for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna dice it into bite-sized pieces. Then set the chicken aside while we make our buffalo sauce. Fortunately, making our buffalo sauce is extremely easy to do. So in a mixing bowl, we're gonna combine hot sauce of your choice. I personally love Frank's hot sauce because it has really good heat and there's no added sugar or anything bad in there for you. Then add in some olive oil, some pure maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, sea salt, and some onion powder. And then whisk this together. And then boom, you have buffalo sauce. How easy is that? And it's so delicious. Now we're gonna drizzle our buffalo sauce over our diced cooked chicken, and then we're gonna toss to coat. Once it's all nicely coated, go ahead and set that chicken aside while we make a homemade ranch dressing to top this delicious baked sweet potato with, because buffalo chicken and ranch are really, really yummy together. Plus, it's really awesome to show you how to make your own homemade ranch dressing, and I'll show you just how easy it is. It's so simple, and you don't have to worry about all that added ingredients like the high fructose corn syrup and added flavors and artificial ingredients and all the junk that gets put into salad dressings from the store. So this will also give you a delicious salad you can just use anytime you want. So in a mixing bowl, we're gonna combine some plain Greek yogurt. And if you are vegan or non-dairy, you can easily replace this Greek yogurt with some non-dairy yogurt. Just make sure it is unflavored and unsweetened. Or you could use some pureed raw cashews. Both work great. Follow that with some milk of your choice, apple cider vinegar, dill weed, garlic powder, some coconut sugar, and some sea salt. And then whisk this to combine. And poof, homemade ranch dressing. How easy is that? By the way, if you also just love the idea of making your own salad dressings, I have a make your own DIY salad dressing video, which has like 5 different salad dressings in it, including this ranch dressing. And it's super yummy, super easy, and I show you how to make all of them, and none of them have all the gunk that would be in your grocery store salad dressings that you'd buy. So if you want to check that out, I've linked for the video for you. All right, so now we're gonna grab our buffalo chicken and we're gonna stuff it into our baked sweet potato. And then over the top of that, we're gonna drizzle our delicious ranch dressing that we just put together. It is so yummy, and that coolness from the ranch goes really great with that buffalo hot spicy chicken. Then top it off with some green onions, which I think is a really good combo. Not only does it add some color to it, it also adds a little crispness and a little bite, and it's just such a good combination. This buffalo chicken baked sweet potato is seriously so much yum. It's just so delicious, and I think you're gonna love it too, especially if you like that buffalo flavor. I also like to keep it stored in the fridge. It reheats super well during the week, so it's a great meal prep option. Just put it in your airtight container, seal it on up, put it in the fridge, and then when you're ready to enjoy it, Take your lid off, reheat it in the microwave for about 2 to 4 minutes, depending on how large your sweet potato is. Make sure it's all the way heated through, and then you have a delicious stuffed baked sweet potato with delicious, delicious buffalo chicken ready to enjoy. You can also keep your salad dressing, your ranch, on the side so that when it's time to serve, you can put that on there, or you can just reheat it along with everything else. It's really up to you. Also, if you're interested in getting any of these meal prep containers, again, I will leave the link for them in the description below, or you can click on your screen to get them. They are amazing. They hold these sweet potatoes really well, and they are just perfect because they're eco-friendly, they're budget-friendly, and they are just really easy to portion out your meals as well. They are awesome. All right, so now you're a pro at how to bake sweet potatoes, plus you have all sorts of different ways that you can load them on up with delicious stuffings. Let me know in the comments below which one sounds the best to you, or if there's one that I didn't cover today that you want me to add to a new video. I will test it and I will make it for you because I love baked sweet potatoes and I would love to know what you want to have next. If you're looking for more sweet potato recipes, I have a baked sweet potato fries video, 4 different ways. Go ahead and click on that video and check it out. Make sure to like this video if you love sweet potatoes, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you never miss new tasty ways to enjoy healthy foods. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.